All right, welcome back here on the Hill. So one of the other major stories here in Washington, House Republicans trying to scramble to find a path forward, try to nominate a Speaker of the House. He's kind of saw me get into it there with the congressman from New York. Here to dig into the 22 no votes that Jim Jordan received today on the second ballot, Chris Stirewalt. Stirewalt, break it down for us. How do you see this?
Okay, so think a picture. So you have the United States as a whole.
Okay.
And in the 2020 election, it was more Democratic than it was Republican in the nation as a whole. Of course, that's not how we elect the president.
Right.
But we have more Democratic voters than we do Republican voters. So every congressional district has its own weight. Mm-hmm. The Cook Political Report came up with the term partisan vote index. And that's how much more or less Republican or Democrat any district in the United States is than the country as a whole. So I want you to take a look at this first group of 11 House members who voted again for someone other than Jim Jordan. And here's what you should note. All of those 11 people come from districts that are more Democratic than the nation as a whole or very close to average. So these are Democratic districts, Anthony D'Esposito from New York, Mike Lawler, who you talked to, and on down the list. So these are districts either that vote Democratic on the presidential level or that Republicans win by very small margins.
And we can see on the numbers there, it's basically plus or minus 5, right?
Right, so these are R plus 5 or less for Republicans. Why don't they want Jim Jordan? Well, our colleagues already talked about that, because he'd be a hot garbage fire for Republicans in competitive districts. Because instead of putting forward issues that people want to talk about that are generally popular and working, being tough on Joe Biden, but legislating, well, what would Jim Jordan do? Joe Biden has a couple of dogs who bit people. I assume they would have to be impeached also. And it would go on and on and on. And it would be investigation after investigation and shutdown after shutdown. So that makes sense.
Yeah, so I would look at that and say, okay, 11, you can only lose 5.
Yes.
But this is why Stirewalt breaks it down for us.
So check out the next 11. Look at these 11. And this will tell you why Jim Jordan is in the situation he is. Look at the magic numbers under those folks. You have members in districts from an R plus 7, pretty Republican, all the way up to an R plus 18, right? If Old Scratch himself was running on the Republican side, he could win in Drew Ferguson's Georgia district, right? Georgia 3 is going Republican no matter what. And still, this guy is voting against Jim Jordan. This tells you how hard it is for Jordan to get out of where he is, because the other thing you should know about the people who are on that screen, they're serious people. There's appropriators. There's grown-up people. These are people who are conservative Republicans. There's not an ideological valence to this list. And as our colleagues alluded to, some of this is personal antipathy towards Jim Jordan, who's been a real jerk to a lot of people in the House. But it's also just a frustration with people who use what John Boehner used to call terrorist tactics in the House. They get control of the process, and then they want these people to behave. And these people are telling Jim Jordan, how do you like it now? How do you like it when the shoe's on the other foot?
Sometimes I'll call Stirewalt and I'll be like, what do you think? And I'll just sit back and listen.
Let it flow.
Let it flow, and I get the download, and I say, I learned something. Stirewalt breaks it down. Interesting way to think about it. All right.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.